You are listening to the Self Trust Solution Podcast with Dawn Lede, episode number 44. Welcome back. Today, we're going to talk about reflecting on the year in preparation of moving into a new year. This episode is good for anyone feeling the weight of unmet expectations and looking to transition into the new year without carrying the burden of past disappointments. We're going to talk about the pitfalls of focusing solely on unaccomplished goals, utilizing self-reflection as motivation, and creating data to support you and your goals. No matter where you lie in your level of self-trust, there are 5 self-trust secrets you can start practicing to create more goal success. Get your free download today and learn the 5 simple secrets for harnessing self-trust to supercharge your goal success. Say goodbye to self-doubt and confusion and discover the keys to reigniting your passion for your goals. Grab your copy now at theselftrustcoach.com/5 secrets. As we move towards the end of the year, it's easy to get caught up in all the things you need to do over the next month and all of the things you haven't accomplished this year. It's easy to take stock of where you've fallen short or pay attention to things that didn't go your way or as you had planned. And while there absolutely is benefit to an honest evaluation, this focus on what hasn't happened and what hasn't been accomplished in itself falls short of the full picture. And worse, it's incredibly dismissive and unkind to you. It ignores and dismisses what you have done, where you have shown up for yourself and others. It's dismissive of what you've learned, endured, overcome, and become, which is not only unfair, but it's also painfully demotivating, which can lead to a complete freeze. Or on the whole other end of the spectrum, it can create the kind of punishing pressure that leads to burnout. So before you start making or finalizing plans for the new year, it's time to get right with you now, with this year now, so that those plans and the way you move towards achieving them come from a clean place that's unsullied by your judgments of the past and resulting disbelief in the future. So, how do you create a clean place to begin? First is to get down on paper or document in your computer or notes on your phone, wherever you like to keep words. Put down all the things you are proud of over this year. And before you limit yourself to just a few things or say there's nothing, don't leave anything out. I really look for opportunities to be proud. Maybe you didn't feel proud in the moment, but looking back, you realize that you made the best of a difficult situation, or how you really took care of yourself after receiving some hard news. And of course, don't forget the goals achieved, big and small, the ways you showed up for your work, for your friends, for your family, the new connections you made, people or habits that you released that were difficult but necessary, new habits you built that serve who you want to be. This is the first and most crucial step. It is a reminder of who you are and what you're capable of, which is an awesome way to move to and through each of your goals. It's how you tap into your own motivation, using your own gifts and experiences as fuel. Next, we are going to get a clear picture of what wasn't accomplished. And I want you to tell yourself the truth about why, but with zero judgment and a true curiosity to learn from yourself. Imagine you are a scientist collecting data on an experiment. Find out what didn't work and why. What did work and why? Reflect on how this information can serve you moving forward. Perhaps you recognize a pattern of not giving yourself enough time to complete something. This is useful information to determine how you plan your schedule moving forward. Maybe you notice that anything scheduled before 10 a.m. on Mondays doesn't get done before 10 a.m. on Mondays. So use that information to make a plan. Maybe there's something you do to make that happen before 10 a.m. on Monday, or perhaps you simply stop scheduling that task before 10 a.m. on Mondays. So be open to all the data and really looking at it without the judgment and maybe even some self compassion can give you a clear picture of what you need to know about what works, what doesn't, maybe what you can do differently so you can take that data and utilize it in your plan moving forward, because that's the final step. You want to take what's useful and leave the rest. Reflect on how you can really utilize this compilation of data. What do you need to move forward into the new year and your goals? Perhaps you need the strength, resilience, and capacity for growth that you developed over the previous year or have demonstrated over the previous year. Maybe you need the determination you exercised in a particular area. Remember that all of this can apply to your goals, even if these accomplishments or areas to be proud of were in different areas of your life. You have access to them in relation to your goals as well. Use it to cultivate new habits and challenge doubts. Use it to restructure how you build your schedule or how you overcome the obstacles that you noticed in your data evaluation. Creating a clear picture of the year with focus on the growth and accomplishments will propel you. And utilizing the data to make changes based on what you learn to serve you and your goals is a surefire way to start the new year strong and on a path to success in your goals. What will you take away from this episode? My goal is for you to do a comprehensive reflection of this year, one that doesn't just focus on what wasn't accomplished, but a thorough examination of your achievements, big and small, throughout the year, and what didn't work. This reflection isn't merely about listing completed goals, it's about honoring the journey. Reflect on how you navigated challenging situations, supported loved ones, cultivated new habits, or released toxic ones. This exercise serves as a reminder of your strength, resilience, and capacity for growth. By acknowledging these accomplishments, you fuel the motivation and inspiration needed for future goal success. Also, I want you to become the scientist with zero judgment and true curiosity to learn from yourself. Reflect on what didn't work and why. Look for opportunities to develop new habits, release old ones, adjust how you use your time, and challenge doubts. And finally, mine all this rich data for what's useful and leave the rest. Take what works to repeat it, implement the lessons from what didn't, and decide what you will try that's new. Reflecting on the year's achievements doesn't have to just bring closure. It can serve as a foundation for renewed motivation and an inspiration as you step into the new year. Thank you for joining me today on the Self Trust Solution podcast. If you loved this episode, don't forget to leave me a review. This helps me reach new listeners, continue to create content, and brings me joy in my mission to serve. Join us next week for episode number 45. Thanks for tuning in and have a trust-filled week. Are you ready to achieve your goals without the pain of doubt, fear, and worry? Join the Self Trust Lab, where we're re-engineering your self-trust for massive achievement. Don't miss out on this exciting new way to achieve your goals. Your best self is yet to come. Join us at theselftrustcoach.com/the Self Trust Lab. See you inside.